Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, man. And today we'll be reacting to the worst she can say is no video by Cheats. Now, I'm gonna say this straight off the bat: the worst she can say is not no, buddy.
He's right, you know.
It can get so much worse. People are very creative with insults. I promise you, it can get worse. So, straight off bat, let's not even pretend like the worst they can say is no. You know what I mean? We've all been rejected at one point or the other in our lives, you know what I mean? It happens, you know, you'll deal with it, you'll get over it, and you'll move on, you know, if you're strong enough, at least. But I promise you, no rejection is worth crashing out over, bro. Just take the L, keep it pushing. All right, short, quick intro, because I just don't feel like it today. So let's just get straight into the video, you feel me?
Rejection is one of the most powerful forces on Earth. Stronger than love, stronger than gravity, stronger than the urge to check her story after she leaves you unread. Like, we've built entire economies on heartbreak. Drake would be homeless without rejection. Bruno Mars would still be working at Foot Locker. So today I'm teaching a masterclass on the worst ways to get rejected, because at least if you're gonna emotionally collapse, you should know what level of tragedy you unlocked. So let's suffer together. Starting things off, we have the "here, talk to my friend" rejection. This is the most disrespectful form of matchmaking known to mankind. You walk up to the girl you like, your heart's pounding, your Riz meter is charged, and right as you start talking, she rotates you like a bottle of shampoo in a store display and goes, "Oh my god, you should talk to my friend, she would love you." Hello? I did not walk across this room risking my entire reputation to be customer serviced into some—
Nah, look. Never happened to me, right? I've never got the talk to my friend rejection level, you feel me? I'm be honest, I don't know. If I was still in my fucked up era, I would have still used that as a means of getting in and then, you know what I mean, maneuver that situation. Listen, I was a horrible person, okay? So if I was still a horrible person, I could have used that, but I never had to deal with that. So thankfully, I'm not there, all right? Let's keep it pushing, because yeah, that one was an easy pass.
Someone else. Like, she really looked at you and thought, nah, he's more of an acquaintance vibe. Imagine getting friend of a friend zone. That's fucking brutal. And now her friend's just standing there like, "Hi, so what are your hobbies?" Bro, I don't know.
Oh yeah, if the friend's chopped. Oh, if the friend is chopped, bro, I would understand why you would want to crash out if the friend is chopped, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend like I wouldn't understand. I wouldn't personally crash out. I'd just be like, no, I'm good. But I would understand if if the friend is chopped and they try to be like, my friend would love. Ooh, man, listen, a nigga would swing on a bitch so fast.
Whoa.
It's not even funny. What?
I came to bag her, not unlock a side quest with NPC 47. This is the romantic equivalent of, "You're not my type, but maybe my friend who collects Funko Pops will like you. He'll treat you like you're a free sample at Costco." I mean, it's just emotional rerouting. It's not ideal at all, but it's definitely not as bad as some of the other ones we're gonna get into. Next up, we have the "I didn't realize you were flirting" rejection. This one's brutal because it sneaks up on you. You think you're being smooth, compliments, attention, effort, but they interpret everything you do as harmless friendliness. There's no awareness, no realization, no recognition that you're trying.
False. They know, they just don't want to hurt you too badly by rejecting you. They know, bro, people know when you're flirting with them, bro. It is not hard to notice the subtle differences in tonality and, you know, eye contact when you're flirting with someone and when you're just complimenting someone. You know what I mean? When I'm just complimenting you, you'll know I'm just complimenting you, bro. But when I'm flirting, believe me, you gonna know. You'll know. I promise you.
Okay.
People know the difference, especially women when they pick up on those little things, bro. So she knows. They know that you're flirting, bro. Don't fall for the bullshit line of,
"Oh, I didn't realize you were flirting." Like,
bitch, yes you did. You just didn't want to hurt me too bad and was hoping we could still be friends after you rejected my ass. I'm not stupid.
to be romantic. You're basically screaming, I like you in Morse code, and they're reading it like a weather report. You unlock a strange purgatory where your intention is obvious to literally everyone except the person you like. Their friends know, your friends know, people who overhear a single sentence
definitely know, bro.
They think that you're just platonically supporting local women-owned businesses. Every time you lean in emotionally, they subconsciously put you deeper into the friend role, not out of cruelty, just out of obliviousness. You're trying to build a relationship, and they think you're volunteering for a mentorship program. The rejection hits later, like way later, when you suddenly realize they've never once flirted back. They always steer the conversations into safe zones. They never catch a hint. They treat your acts of affection like random acts of customer service. There's no buildup of rejection, no dramatic moment, just a slow, creeping realization that the romance was only happening in your head. You weren't turned down, you were never even considered. You've got time, you've got your phone, so why not make some money? Free cash.
Nigga. We do not care.
Yeah, I don't date rejection. This one's a classic because it masquerades as honesty while being the emotional equivalent of a parking ticket. They tell you they're not looking for a relationship, and for a moment you admire the maturity. You think, wow, that was respectful, clean, and considerate. Then 1 week later, they suddenly unlock a brand new personality update where they absolutely are looking for a relationship, just not with you. It becomes painfully obvious that the I don't date excuse wasn't about taking time to heal or be single. It was specifically a no dating you policy. Meanwhile, they're posting couple selfies with a guy who looks like he DJs at middle school lock-ins and owns a single fitted bedsheet he's never washed. You're left making mental gymnastics trying to rationalize it. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe he charmed her. Maybe the stars.
Yeah, don't try to rationalize other people's emotions, bro, or behaviors. It is. God dang. That is not a battlefield anybody has successfully fought on and won, bro. Trying to navigate other people's moves, how they move, or their emotional mind state is fucked. In my opinion, it is fucked. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Save yourself the headache, the stress, all of that. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. And as for the I don't date line, yeah, she don't want you specifically, my nigga. That's why she's telling you she don't date. Let fucking, you know what I mean, that one big buff black nigga whoa that she been eyeing walk up on her right now. She gonna fold like laundry sheets, boy.
What?
Yeah, you know, man, you know what I mean.
Aligned. No, the truth is simpler. You are the trial version, he's the full release. What makes this sting is the politeness of it. You walk away thinking you handled the rejection well, only to realize you fell for a rejection ransomware scam. They protected your feelings in the moment, but the monthly payments of humiliation come later. Now you're watching their love story unfold like a Netflix show you weren't cast in. You didn't get rejected, you became the plot twist that nobody remembers. Next up, we have the wingman betrayal. This rejection hurts in a way that feels biblical. You put your trust, your hopes, your entire romantic mission in the hands of someone you call a friend. The plan is simple. They hype you up, they set the stage, you swoop in like the confident champion you pretend to be, except your wingman doesn't pass you the ball. They take the shot themselves. Suddenly, the person who was supposed to help you talk to your crush is now actively flirting, accidentally making direct eye contact for too long, laughing a little too hard at jokes that weren't even funny. Next thing you know, they're locked in a two-person conversation that you started while you stand there awkwardly nodding like an unpaid extra. You become the background character of your own love story. The camera isn't even...
Never happened to me.
We do not care.
never have. Oh my goodness gracious, the embarrassment. Oh, that would be horrible. Holy hell, that would be horrible. What? No. People actually, no, bro. I cannot mentally conceptualize that because that has never happened. I've never seen that happen. Not in any of my friend group. With anyone in my friend group, I mean, or I've never even heard people like close to me say any shit like that. Like, no way, your boys. That was not your friend, boy. What? Friend to betray you like that and just swoop in and take your damn, nigga, damn, you gonna let him take your bitch? Damn.
Pointed at you anymore. The betrayal doesn't end that night. Oh no. Now you get to watch them slowly become a couple. You hear how happy they are. You get to pick out outfits for the dates that you were originally supposed to be going on. You get invited to be the third wheel like you're some kind of emotional support animal. This is the betrayal that Shakespeare would write an entire 5-act tragedy about. Next up, we have the group chat rejection. This one isn't just a rejection, it is a public relations disaster. You think you're having a private, intimate conversation. You carefully craft every word like you're defusing a bomb, checking punctuation, choosing emojis strategically, deleting and rewriting writing messages until your thumb cramps, and then reality hits. Her entire group chat is watching your downfall in real time. Screenshots are flying around like stock market data. Every message you send is being analyzed, roasted, and rated on a 10-point scale. They are treating your romantic effort like a science project, trying to decipher what your typing speed says about your confidence, zooming in on your profile picture like it's forensic evidence, judging your music taste, height, grammar, breathing patterns, everything.
I think he's dragging it a little bit. I think he's dragging it a little bit, but y'all get the idea, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever popped up in a group chat, bro. I don't know. If it's happened, I'm oblivious to it, so I don't know. I don't care. Not concerned. You feel me? But I know if I ever did, it was probably not anything good, bro. Anything good. I have this thing to where whatever girl I'm talking to, 9 times out of 10, her friends do not fuck with me, bro. They do not like me for anything. And why? It's because I'm a dickhead to them. You know what I mean? Those are your friends. Let them stay your friends. I would be a dickhead to your friends because I don't care for your friends. You feel me? That's just how I operate, and that's why they don't like me. But I don't care. I do it on purpose to deter them so I don't end up like, you know, in that situation with the wingman betrayal. You feel me? So I'm going to keep doing that. And I think that that's something that every guy pursuing a girl should do. Dude, it is not a necessity or even really important enough to be considered a topic of discussion for her friends to like you. He ain't lying. I do not need your friends to like me. I am not trying to get in the good graces of your friends. I'm trying to get in the good graces of you. You feel me? There's an innuendo in there somewhere. The people who are old enough to get it will get it. Your friends are not important. At least that's just me. I don't know. I might just be bugging. Who knows?
And if they decide you're unworthy, you don't just get rejected, you get collectively denied by a panel of judges you've never met. It's like America's Got No Riz. Worst case scenario,
Wow.
It spills onto social media. Suddenly dozens of strangers are laughing at your humiliation. Your messages are being used as a meme format. People you've never spoken to are stitching TikToks of your heartbreak. You didn't just confess your feelings, you accidentally submitted them for peer review. It's not a rejection, it's like a committee vote. You weren't turned down, you failed the vibe check in front of an audience. Next up, we have the seen at 8:45 p.m. rejection. This is the silent assassination of romance. There are no words exchanged, just a cold, brutal confirmation that they saw what you sent and still decided you weren't worth a single letter in response. You pour your heart out like a poet who never learned self-respect, double-checking every sentence, making sure the emojis strike the perfect balance of flirty but not creepy. You hit send with hope in your chest. Then it happens, seen at 8:45 p.m. and nothing. No dots typing, no delayed reply, no accidental like of an old message, just digital abandonment. And the worst part is now your brain becomes a conspiracy board. Maybe her phone died. Maybe she got kidnapped mid-reply. Maybe she dropped her phone into the ocean. And anything is more comforting than the truth, but they simply just chose not to respond. You come face to face with the horrifying reality. You got rejected by nothing. Not even acknowledged enough to be turned down properly. It's like being ghosted by a notification. Hours go by. You keep reopening the chat like something changed, but it didn't. This is not just rejection. It's a reminder from the universe that technology has evolved faster than your Riz. Next up, we have the friend zone / I see you more like a brother, whatever. This rejection doesn't feel like
the worst of them all, bro. The absolute worst of them all. I know. I have, or at least I can physically remember, only ever hearing that one time in my life. Just one. And that one time was enough to know that if I ever heard that again from a bitch I am pursuing, I would crash the fuck out. That stings on a level that you can only compare to being kicked in the nuts with steel toes with freaking tiny ass needles on them bitches, bro.
What?
Tiny ass needles. And not the type of needles that'll go straight through and hurt like a motherfucker. No. Them small little bitches that'll just come off and stick. And then you'll never get rid of that stinging sensation because they're always just there and they're too freaking small for you to grab with your hands, bro. That is what that compares to. At least how it felt to me, that's how it felt, bro. Oh God. Just even thinking about that is getting me upset, bro. Hey, get me out of this video, man.
Next up, we have the friend zone / I see you more like a brother, whatever. This rejection doesn't feel like getting turned down. It feels like getting adopted. You try to show romantic interest, and instead you get labeled like a relative. They assign you a family role without your consent, like you are now a brother, a cousin, a nephew, a pet. And once you get the bro, it's over. Once you get the buddy, it's beyond over. And kiddo, that's emotional manslaughter. Because
yeah. At that point, I was trying to freaking fix the white balance, but it didn't. At that point, just stop talking to the chick, bro. Just leave her alone. Go on with your business. Start over with a new chick, bro. I promise you, it is not worth your dignity, bro. Your dignity is worth way more than just sticking around that chick just to be nice, bro. Just start over and find a new chick, bro. I promise you it'll be way easier on your mental state than you sticking around this chick for however long and then finding out she's gonna get a next man, and then that nigga's gonna fuck her over and she's gonna come crying to you about it, and you're gonna get annoyed because wow. I really just almost started trauma dumping crazy.
Because there's no version of reality where calling someone kiddo is followed by a passionate kiss. You were officially being viewed as someone they pat on the head before sending you home by 9 p.m. You didn't just get friend zoned, you got family zoned, and there's no escape from that. You are now expected to listen to them talk about other people they like, give advice like a supportive uncle, celebrate their new relationship like you weren't the original applicant, and yeah, it's brutal. Last but not least, we have the accidental self-rejection. This is when you become the enemy. You reject yourself before anyone else even gets the chance. You imagine the worst case scenario like a professional catastrophizer, like they probably think I'm weird, they probably like someone cooler, they would laugh in my face. You overthink so aggressively that the relationship ends inside your imagination before it ever exists in the real world. Meanwhile, they actually might have liked you back, but you'll never know because you benched yourself like a coach who hates his own players. You are the heartbreak. You are the villain. You're the last boss of your own downfall. You lost the game without even entering the stadium. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys liked, please be sure to like and subscribe if you want to. I posted my videos over on Spotify earlier, and I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.
All right. That'll be it for this video, man. But yeah, that last one, I've definitely been there. You feel me? There's been plenty of times where I've got into my own head, sat down a little too long in my thoughts, and let them run wild. You feel me? And fumbled some bad johns. You feel me? But I digress. I've grown. I've learned a little bit more. You know how to just let things take its natural course. You feel me? So yeah, just best advice I can give y'all, man, and pretty much take this with a grain of salt. All right, what works for me might not work for you. So yeah, best advice I can give to you, man, look for the signs. Look for the signs. There will always be signs that a girl is not into you the way you're into her. When you start seeing those signs compile, it's time to cut it, bro. That's all it is. Once you start seeing too many of those signs back to back, just call it quits. Start over. Go find a new chick. Don't even bother trying to make something out of nothing, bro. I promise you, it is not worth the headache. Listen, I'm a little bit hungry right now and tired. My freaking, I can't speak. All right. So yeah, yeah, exactly what I said. Look for the signs. If they're there, call it quits, bro. Go on about your day, find a new shorty, talk to somebody new. You know what I mean? Don't hurt your head too much. It's that simple. Anyway, that'll be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one, man.